Hello and welcome to the Cloister. This week is National Retreat Week, and we are sharing some of their wonderful resources here with you on our podcast. In today's reflection, Kemi Bamgbose reflects on renewal through prayer. She encourages us to be intentional in our plans to set time aside to go on a retreat. You can find your nearest retreat centre by visiting the Retreat Association at retreats.org.uk or the Association for Promoting Retreats at promotingretreats.org or our own website monasticretreats.org.
Renewal through prayer, choosing the better part. Luke chapter 10 verses 38 to 42. Most of us are familiar with the story of Martha and Mary. Mary sitting at the feet of Jesus, basking in the Lord's presence in quietness and trust, compared to Martha, hostess extraordinaire, preoccupied with all that's needed to prepare a feast fit for a king, quite literally. In today's busy age, most people can relate to Martha. I, for one, can. Preoccupied, anxious and distracted by the numerous demands on our time, we do God on the go, seemingly unable to spend quality time with him. In an ideal world, we'd probably all want to be like Mary, having ample time to sit at the Lord's feet. But our cluttered calendars don't allow for this, so we practice the presence of God in the everyday, in the words of Brother Lawrence. And though this is essential, there are times he calls us away for deeper, richer times of refreshing, to choose the better part. It could be for an hour, a day, a week, or a month. It doesn't really matter how long. At the heart of it, it is the intentional commitment to cease all activity and be with him. I absolutely love going on retreats, particularly in places with beautiful natural surroundings for this very reason. In these spaces, I have a greater awareness of God's presence, taking in his beautiful creation, be it listening to bird song, observing sunrises and sunsets, or breathing in clean, fresh air. On most of these occasions, I've been on the brink of burnout, almost leaving it too late, and therefore desperately needing to get away to be replenished and restored. Over the summer, I went on a personal retreat to rural Norway, staying in a little cabin surrounded by forests, lakes and mountains in a remote area with little internet access. It was a touch of heaven on earth. Days were spent in prayer, Bible reading, fellowship and worship, immersed in nature and also in the company of others at set times. By the end of the 5 days, my tightly wound up body began to relax and my mind was clearer and my heart was unburdened. At other times, our schedules and finances simply make it impossible for us to get away, but we can still choose the better part by spending intentional time with God each day in prayer. Most recently, at the height of my busiest work period, God told me to wake up at 5 a.m. to meet with him, and that each day he would reveal something fresh and new. Being naturally nocturnal and already working long hours, this seemed counterintuitive, much like the wisdom of God. But it was precisely because of this busyness God wanted to realign my focus on the most important priority of all, spending time with him. By choosing the better part, God gave me more of himself, revealing more of his character and his love. And because our Father is so loving and generous, he even addressed those things that were on my extensive to-do list, providing solutions, providing answers and much more than I could have conjured up in my own human understanding. Those early morning meetings became the greatest times of refreshing, meaning I was able to accomplish much more daily than had I continued to work ceaselessly. By choosing the better part, be it going away for a week or carving out time each day, by choosing to fix our gaze on him, to listen to his voice, to prioritize, above all else, just being with him, he gives us of himself, providing immeasurable refreshment for body, mind, soul and spirit, which will never be taken away from us. So my challenge to you is, what would it look like for you to choose the better part, given your current responsibilities and schedule? Perhaps you just need to build in a rhythm of rest and pause into your daily routine. It could be practicing half an hour in stillness with your Bible, or listening to soaking music and waiting to hear from God and to respond. Or it might be that you take time out in prayer by going on a prayer walk in your local park and just take time to listen to Him. Or maybe you can find the resource and the time to get away for a day or two or even a week and just intentionally be with Him. Whatever you do, I encourage you to choose the better part, because it will not be taken away from you.